class, my name is Sara Flores, and today I'll be going over Chapter 5, Connective Tissue, more specifically, the cellular components, structures, fibers, and extracellular matrix of each and every kind of connective tissue. Here's a brief overview of every kind of connective tissue. We'll have proper and specialized, but we'll get more in depth in it just a second. First, in our first group of proper, we have areolar connective tissue, which is a gel-like ground substance. Cells are mostly fibroblasts, collagenous, and elastic fibers. These are found beneath the epithelial cells. Adipose connective tissue is also part of our proper. All the ones that are part of our proper will have a blue background, and we'll get to the specialized further in the presentation. But continuing, the adipose connective tissue they tend to crowd around other types of cells, and they are found beneath the skin, behind eyes, around kidneys and heart, in the space between muscles. These cells are in a fluid-like matrix, and they protect and store fat. Reticular connective tissue, cells in a fluid-like matrix found in walls of livers and spleen, composed of thin reticular fibers, help provide framework of certain integral organs. Dense regular connective tissue, these cells are in fluid gel-like matrix, and they bind body parts together. They're found in tendons and ligaments. They have a fine network of elastic fibers, as you can see in the example there. Dense irregular connective tissue are cells in fluid gel-like matrix, sustained tissue tension, found in deep layer of skin, and they're thicker, interwoven, more like randomly distributed fibers, as you can see in the example as well. Elastic connective tissue are cells in fluid gel-like matrix. They provide elastic quality, found in connecting parts of spinal column, in the walls of arteries and airways. Elastic fibers are in parallel strands and branching networks. And hyaline cartilage, here we begin our specialized cartilage, the second group. Here we have cells in solid gel-like matrix that support, protect, and provide framework. These are found in the ends of the bone and the rings and walls of respiratory passages. They're very fine collagen fibers in its extracellular matrix. Elastic cartilage are cells in solid gel-like matrix, support, protect, and provide flexible framework, and they're found in framework of external ear of larynx. Is more flexible than hyaline cartilage because of its extracellular matrix, has a dense framework of elastic fibers. Fibrocartilage cells are in a gel-like matrix. These support, protect, and absorb shock, and they're found in between bony parts of spinal column, parts of pelvic girdle, and the knee. And they're very rough tissue with many collagen fibers, as you can see in the example right there. Next, we have compact and spongy bone. These are cells in a solid matrix, and they support, protect, and provide framework as well. They're found in the bone of skeleton and middle ear, the most rigid part of the tissue. Finally, we have blood. These cells are in platelets. These cells and platelets are in fluid matrix. They transport gases and defend against disease. They're found throughout the body and closed system of blood vessels and heart chambers. And